How to start an online coaching business step by step. Do you want to start an online coaching business, but you have absolutely no idea where to start? Are you finally ready to make a living by coaching others on what you know, but you want to know the exact steps to take? If you're finally ready to launch your online coaching business, you're in the right place, because in this video, I'm going to show you how to start an online coaching business step by step. Hey, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to me, my name is CourtneyLSanders. I'm an online life and business coach as well as wife and mom. I wear all the hats and do all the things. And in today's video, we're gonna talk about creating an online coaching business from scratch, because that's what your girl did here and how I'm even standing before you. And so I think we are just in a time in history with so many people really looking to learn online and really just to get support around all the things that they're passionate about, that this is the time that if you have any expertise whatsoever, you need to get online and you need to create an online coaching business. And by the way, we won't even talk about all this inflation, gas prices going through the roof, rates raising, all of these things. I personally don't believe that it's enough to have just your 9-to-5. So I always tell people, if you love your 9-to-5, keep it. I'm not one to say that you should necessarily quit your job, but I do believe that we're moving into an era that you do need to have at least a profitable business on the side, if not have a profitable business as your main thing. And so from my experience, I know that creating an online coaching business is one of the easiest business models to get into and one of the most lucrative as well, if you know how to do it, right? And so many people don't, but they will after they watch this video, because I'm gonna show you how to do it step by step right now. All right, so the first thing that you need to do in order to create your online coaching business is do what I call excavate your expertise. Now, the one thing about creating a coaching business is that it's gotta be based on not just what you know, but something that you've actually done, right? So what do you have expertise around? And you would be really surprised. A lot of people think, I don't know, I'm not really good at anything, yet their friends and family ask them all the time, how did you get so good at organizing? How is it that you are so great with time management and you have 7 kids or whatever it is, even though I'm thinking about a friend of mine who is a real life online entrepreneur and she actually legitimately has 7 kids, and I ask her, ma'am, how are you doing this all the time? So that's an example of expertise that you can monetize via an online coaching business. So you really wanna excavate, I use that word intentionally because you're probably gonna have to dig, because for many of us, we think about the things that we're good at, the results that we have, and we think it's not a big deal. We just brush it off and say, nobody's gonna pay me to learn that. If you could believe it, I thought that nobody was gonna pay me to teach a lot of the strategies that I'm teaching you right now. I thought nobody's gonna pay me to teach them how to start an online business. Nobody's gonna pay me to do life coaching, and yet I was able to build $1 million brand doing that. So don't make that mistake of thinking that what you have, what your expertise is not worthy. It is. You just have to dig it out, and if you need help, think about what your friends and family ask you for help with all the time, because you're just so good at it. All right, the second thing you need to do in order to build an online coaching business from scratch is to ponder your potential prospects. And by ponder your potential prospects, I mean, think about who would be a good match for your expertise, right? So in the previous step, because I told you we were gonna do this step by step, you excavated your expertise and got clear on what you're really good at and what people could pay you to help them with. But now I want you to think of all the potential people who would be interested in paying you for that expertise, right? So if you're really good at organizing, you can think about who could your potential prospects be. If you're a great organizer, maybe really busy moms, working moms who just don't have time to organize their houses, but their kids and their toys and all these things are all over the floor. And so that's a potential prospect that you could help. But also, maybe if you're good at organizing, you could help the elderly. Maybe you could work with older couples who maybe don't have family living nearby or adult children nearby. And as they get older, they need things organized really well so that they can move through the house without incident and find what they need. So again, think about your expertise from step 1 and think about all the potential prospects who might be willing to pay you for what you know, and that can give you a good foundation when it comes to starting your online coaching business. All right, the third thing you need to do once you've pondered your potential prospects, hopefully you see how all of these are building on each other, is you need to capture their comments. And what I mean by that is you need to go to places, whether it be online or in person, where all of those potential prospects are gathering, right? And you want to start capturing what they're saying about their problems. And it's so important to hear people express their frustrations, their complaints, all of these different things in their own words. So go to online forums. Facebook groups is one of my favorite places to do this. Just by the way, a side note for anyone who might be coming up with a coaching business that deals with moms or deals with working moms, go to the Peloton Moms group on Facebook, even if you don't own a Peloton. There's like 10,000 moms on there, and they barely talk about Peloton. They're always asking questions about like all these random things that come to do with motherhood. And so that's a great example of a group that you can go in and you could literally capture their comments. You could just be a fly on the wall and listen when they talk about the things that they're frustrated about or the things that they wish they had more help with, etc. And that can help you think through, maybe this is content that I could create, or better yet, maybe these are coaching programs that I could come up with in my new online coaching business. All right, I have more where that came from, but first I want to hear from you. Have you launched your online coaching business yet? If you haven't, go ahead and put the date in the comments below that you are going to launch your coaching business so that we can all keep you accountable here in the CourtneyLSanders YouTube community. Go ahead and put your comments below. All right, the next thing you need to do in order to build your online coaching business step by step is you need to nail your niche. So again, you see how all of this is kind of refining and building on each other. So you've pondered your prospects, you've thought about all the people that you could work with, you've captured their comments, and you've heard what their frustrations are and started to brainstorm some products that you could come up with them. Now it's time for you to choose which target market you want to go with and really decide what you want your niche to be, right? So your niche is all encompassing. Just as a fair warning, your niche is broader than just your target market. It includes a lot of different things, but you really want to get clear on that target market and those prospects that you want to be working with. And as a side note, if you need help nailing your niche and you want help from me live to give you feedback on your actual niche, then I invite you to join me in my next upcoming Nail Your Niche Challenge. Now, I'm so excited about these because every time I do them, it's just really amazing, but I do them on average once a month as of this recording, but I can't promise that I'll be doing it next month, so click the link to see if I am. But click the link below to join my next upcoming challenge. Spots are limited because it is live, and there is an option for people to join on Zoom and ask me questions and get actual live coaching. So I keep it limited so that I'm able to actually answer everyone's questions. But for 5 days, I work with you to help you do what the challenge says, actually nail your niche. And so by the end of the 5 days, you'll know exactly what your niche is and exactly who you should be targeting. So if you want to see if there's spots still left, because they go fast every time I announce them, go ahead and click the link below to join me in my Nail Your Niche Challenge. All right, the next thing you need to do after you've pondered those prospects, you've captured their comments, and you've nailed your niche is you need to build your brand. Here's the thing. We all think we're amazing, right? We're like, I'm amazing. People should just totally want to work with me. They should just totally want to pay me and give me money, right? But you can't forget that essentially you're a stranger on the internet, right? And so it's really important that you build your brand so that people can get comfortable with you, because essentially you're just a face on a computer screen. And I know that I'm just a face on a computer screen as well, but that's why I built this brand so that you could check out my website, you could check out my YouTube videos, you could check out my social media, you can get on my email list, you can listen to my podcast. You can get a sense for not only who I am as a person, but you can also get a sense for my body of work, what my methodology is, and if my working with you would be beneficial for you. And so your clients are going to feel the exact same way about you, which is why it's so important that you build your brand. And so your brand is more than just your logo. Your brand is more than just your colors. Again, your brand is what your entire business represents. So you really want to be clear about this and develop it, but your brand does include those visuals. So make sure that you do have the good logos and you have the good branding and all of that together. And so once you've done everything else that we've talked about in this step-by-step process to creating your online coaching business, you'll really be in the money. All right, so the last thing you need to do after you've built your brand, you've nailed your niche, you've done everything that we've talked about is you need to promote your programs. Yes, so by now, especially because you would have captured those comments, you should have some ideas of how you can help people, and you want to actually create a coaching program. And side note, I just remembered this. I actually have a video that teaches you how to create your signature offer. So you can check that out by clicking the link here. Go check out that video in order to figure out how to create an actual coaching program. But once you've created it, you want to promote it. And you're going to promote it through your brand, which is why it's so important that you built your brand in the first place. So you're going to want to talk about it on social media. You're going to want to create content around it, and you're going to want to do all the things. But that, my friends, is how you build an online coaching business step by step. All right, I hope you really enjoyed this video. Again, don't forget to check out my Nail Your Niche Challenge. Spots always just fly off every time I do this every month, so click the link below to see how many spots we have left. And if we have even one left, trust me, you need to register and get your name in there before it's completely closed out. So go to CourtneyLSanders.com/niche, that's NICHE, to register for the next upcoming live Nail Your Niche Challenge. Okay, I hope you really enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you can't wait until my next video, go ahead and check me out on my podcast. That's The Courtney Sanders Show on both iTunes and Spotify. And if you can't even wait until my next video and my next podcast, then make sure you are kicking it with me on Instagram. I love a good Instagram story. I love a good Instagram post. So come on over. Let me know that you're coming on over from YouTube. Say hi, leave a comment on my latest post, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.